Hello, my Panda Pals, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be covering what happened on part 3 of the Happily Ever After Tell-All Extravaganza. So, let's get right into it. Angela is doing what she do best, being abusive. She demands that Michael admit to everyone that he is nothing but a dirty liar.
I want you to admit you have a lying problem.
What lie did I lie again?
All the time.
What did I lie again?
All the time.
Now, you might be wondering, what possible lie could Michael have told these women to get them this upset?
He say he did something. Oh, I mopped the floor. Go in there, it's not mopped. Yes, I did. He'll sit there and he'll just
He'll
make a...
gaslight me.
I love how they are making a huge deal about Michael not mopping the floor very well when it is very clear that neither of them clean the house at all. It was very difficult to watch Angela's segment because my brain can't really comprehend how someone can be so publicly abusive towards someone and then go on to justify that abuse with things that they made up. So I am gonna do my best, but it is difficult because Angela sure does say a lot while saying absolutely nothing at all. Angela goes on to say that she has worked her little ass off for 3 years to be with Michael, and he treats her like she is the biggest bitch in the world, which is crazy because she is the biggest bitch in the world, and Michael treats her so incredibly kindly.
If it was true, I won't be right here, right now.
Yeah, sure
I
you
won't
would.
be right here. I won't be right here, right now.
Listen.
Look at all of these faces. They are all horrified. Do you know how you have to be to make these people look like saints? Angela continues to scream that from the moment they landed in the States, Michael has been sitting on her couch doing nothing but asking about when he is going to get his green card.
You're sitting on my goddamn couch waiting. You know what he tells me? I need the green card. We just landed.
The normal process.
We just landed.
Oh, you mean that thing that makes him a permanent resident, that allows him to work a job, travel outside of the country, have legal rights? It is not crazy for him to want to stay on top of that. It is important as fuck.
I'm living a married life by myself, and I'm the only one fighting for this marriage, Sean.
You put that face away, Lauren. We do not feel sympathy for demons in this world. Sean asks Angela why things have been so bad between the two of them since they arrived in the US, and Angela says it's because Michael is just an ungrateful monster.
He doesn't appreciate nothing I do, Sean. We both have problems. We both need help, but we can't if he's not going to admit his lying.
I know you're all wondering what the magnanimous thing that Angela does for Michael is.
I goddamn hate Botox. I do that not because I want to be young like y'all think, because I don't want him walking around with a smoking-ass wrinkled woman.
Oh, the things that I would like to say right now would get me so demonetized. I just can't believe that she is on this stage right now screaming about how she gets Botox for his benefit even though she hates it, like it's an act deserving of the highest praise. Like, Angela, how about you take that Botox and shove it right up your wrinkly little asshole so that maybe the muscles in your sphincter will actually loosen enough so that the stick that you have crammed way up in there has a chance of sliding out, so that maybe, just maybe, you can start treating your husband better than the massive dump you took this morning. Angela sits down next to Skyla so that she can calm down, and she says that she had a gut feeling back in Abidjan when she found everything out that she should not have brought Michael over to the States.
Why would you bring him here? Why would you do that?
Because I love him more than he loves me.
I know, but you're torturing yourself.
I know.
Oh, someone in this relationship is definitely being tortured, and it is not Angela.
You don't think I hate myself?
Oh, you don't hate yourself. Don't do that.
Oh, don't say that.
Don't say that.
Oh, no. She should. Emily says that they can all see how hurt Angela is, and she's like, well, why can't Michael see that? I am simultaneously shocked, annoyed, and frustrated that people seem to be taking her side. Even if you didn't know these two before entering the mansion, whatever you witnessed at the mansion was definitely telling and bad enough for you to understand that Michael is not the bad guy here.
You have to try, Michael, too.
He can't see it.
Oh, excuse me? I am getting, like, viscerally angry. We go ahead and revisit that time Angela found out about the Paradise Men group chat and lost her absolute shit. And Sean asks Michael to explain what the group is about. Michael says that he applied for the spousal visa and has been denied multiple times. So he joined this group so that he could get more information about the process from men who are in the same situation.
Immigration process, there's always an update from the embassy, and when they give a feedback, I grab an information from it.
Thais is actually useful and says that she also used to be a part of groups like this, and then Sophie chimes in to say that she used to be as well.
You didn't sneak behind his
But
back?
I was kind of suspicious when I first saw it,
But
too,
she
'cause
explained it, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh my god, we literally just saw footage of him trying to explain that to you, and you shut him up by throwing water in his face. What is wrong with you?
Angela, would you like to tell Michael who you hired?
I hired a private investigator.
Smartest thing you could have done.
Ed, shut the fuck up. Sean brings Todd the PI onto the stage and he tells everyone that he has a 189-page document of everything Michael and that it took 5 of his investigators to dig up everything there was to find out about him.
If there's anything that you want to disclose, now would be a great time.
No.
Todd asks Michael how many Facebook accounts he has.
I only have one, which my wife controls.
Then he asks how many Instagram accounts he has.
Not at all.
I show that you have 3 accounts.
You mother...
People imitate me. The only social media I have is the Facebook, and it's on her phone.
He asks about the woman named Cheetah, and Michael explains that she reached out to him asking for help about the visa process. And then Angela proceeds to go all Angela on him.
Her mother was applying for
Never
a
heard about her
K1
mother.
visa.
It was her husband,
Because
he said.
she
Never heard
was
about
the-
the mother. He
was
didn't
it-
see, this is something new to me, Todd.
Can
That ain't
I
what he
to-
told us,
let
is
me
it?
to-
Seriously, can somebody please gag her? Michael goes on to say that after he gave Cheetah the information she asked for, she thanked him, and then that was the end of their conversation.
I say, oh, thank you very much, for giving me the knowledge about it. That is it.
But
They
you ain't
asked me
supposed to be
questions.
talking to Cheetah or Tarzan.
And he would have loved to tell his wife that, but she never lets him f***ing talk. Angela is like, Michael is so good at lying that he can even make you, Mr. PI, believe whatever he wants you to believe.
Everybody can believe your opinion.
We're gonna go on facts and opinions.
Bring it on.
He's such a liar.
He's not even talking, and I want him to shut up. Sean asks Todd if he found any evidence of Michael cheating on Angela, and he says that he did find one woman whose relationship to Michael he could not conclusively figure out.
She's not blood related, though.
No. Like someone that knows my family and I know her family.
Getting
Way
ready
back.
to snap.
Rob jumps in to say that if Michael was scamming or cheating, the PI would have definitely found obvious evidence for it. If nothing conclusive came up in this exhaustive report, then it's probably safe to say that Michael was not doing anything nefarious.
Yeah, and the only
this
person
girl.
he explained is a friend.
Jazz,
I
can I pop
know
your bubble?
people-
I'm getting ready to freak you the out. You know,
Get
the-
away
wait,
from
listen,
me.
it's friendly.
No.
I also thought she was about to throw some hands, but she just got up in her face to say that the woman that Michael cheated on her with also reached out to Gino to get him to cheat on Jasmine.
But
The
we don't
same
know
one
when
that
they
cheated with
talked.
Michael, she was after this
What
one,
girl?
and Michael
What girl?
and listen, Jazz, Michael fell for it. Gino didn't.
I do not know if Angela fully grasps what bursting one's bubble means, but telling Jasmine that Gino did not cheat on her, that doesn't burst any of her bubbles.
Does anything tell you that Michael is cheating on Angela in any way?
No, there's not.
Does Angela care?
Okay.
Good.
I don't care.
No, she does not.
Make
Skylar,
people
we're going home. Y'all enjoy.
Yes, go home. Please go and lick the wounds that you inflicted on your damn self. Angela turns around to say that she does not care what anyone here thinks of her because she knows who Michael really is.
But he's not better than the private investigator, though.
Because
and we can,
you know
we
why?
can
We
all.
didn't have enough time to get it all. This ain't, he ain't had enough time. This is 2 weeks investigating.
So now,
Michael's like, oh, so now because you did not hear what you wanted to hear, you think you know more than this PI.
you
you
shut
know
the up.
more than him now,
You
right?
shut the up.
Skylar.
I'm going out. Skylar, go sit down. I'll see y'all later.
Sean calls Skyla back to the stage and says that Angela has said she would trust Michael if the PI did not find any evidence of him cheating.
Do you think that she should after what Todd has shared?
Yeah. But I still think she need to leave him.
Ashley then asks Todd if he found any evidence Michael was scamming Angela.
I don't have anything.
My brother. Good job.
Thank you.
No, Ed. Thankfully, that shit show is over, and we get to move on to Thais and Pat. We learn that Thais got her boobies done and that Patrick wanted them to look like Demi Moore's tatas in striptease. Apparently, she got them done because after childbirth, she wasn't a big fan about how close to the ground her sweater puppies wanted to be. Thais also says that breastfeeding was particularly taxing on her, and while she won't say no to more kids, she definitely does not want to have any more right now. And if I'm being honest, it kind of sounds like she's just saying that to placate Pat, and the reality is she just doesn't want any more kids.
I mean, I want to have more kids
How many more do you want to have?
until we have a boy. So if it's just...
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I can understand having a slight preference towards a specific gender, but to say that you want to have as many kids as it takes until you get a boy, it kind of makes it sound like all of the girls that come before him don't really matter. I mean, I am not a parent, but I don't think I would have a strong preference about my child's gender. I don't know. Having such a strong preference just feels a little icky.
You talk about kids every day.
You feel pressured by that?
Yes, of course. Sometimes I avoid having sex too.
She says that she avoids it because men often think pulling out is an effective form of birth control. And Kobe is over there being like, my man, it is not.
What about if I tell you that I don't want kids?
It'd be sad.
Why? We have a
What do you mean, why? Because I don't want to have just one kid.
I mean, it kind of sounds like if you had a boy the first time, you would have been fine with one kid. Pat doesn't really see the big deal with having more kids because the kids go to daycare. And Lauren is like, dude, when you are a mom, just because your kids are at daycare does not mean you get to relax. You gotta cook, you gotta clean, you gotta run errands, do laundry, aka all of the things that Pat does not have to worry about because he's pretty much traveling for work all of the time.
Thais, do you have any concerns when Patrick isn't around?
Yeah, I have. That's why, I have his location too.
So apparently one time Pat said that he was going out to dinner, but he ended up in a club with a bunch of guys who were not married. Oh my God, I am so happy that I do not have these kinds of trust issues with my current partner. Because I definitely did with my previous partners in the past. But like, my partner went to a convention for a week and all I did was miss him. Sean asks the cast how they feel about couples sharing locations, and Manuel goes off saying that he thinks only toxic couples do it.
Es decir, que tú no confías en tu pareja. Oh, mi amor, estoy aquí. Oh, mi amor, me voy acá. No, ¿qué?
We welcome John onto the stage and we revisit that time that he called Thais' friend a dirty little sloot. And Thais is like, you see how he talks? How can he call a woman a bitch?
If the shoe fits.
Thais thinks John is a disrespectful person, and John says he has an attention deficit problem, and Pat is sitting over there real quiet because no matter which side he takes, he's gonna lose.
You don't show me any respect.
You treat me, I'm Patrick's bitch, I'm not Patrick's wife.
Patrick, your wife is crying next to you.
I mean, what are you upset about?
What is she crying about? Dude, she literally just told you that your brother refers to her as your bitch and not your wife. Can you imagine if the tables were turned and someone in Thais' family called Pat her bitch and not her husband?
When has this happened?
What are you talking about? A lot of times.
You don't even like John.
Oh my God, what a jackass. Can someone slap him across the face with some empathy so he knows what it looks like?
All the conversations go through me.
She's a woman, okay? She's old enough. Grow up. Come on.
You, of all people, should not be telling people to grow up. Now in happier news, Thais finally got approved for her green card so she can go back and forth to Brazil without Pat.
Now, let's direct our attention to Rob and Sophie. Okay, we saw you break up. Are you back together?
Nah, girl, haven't you heard? Sophie got herself upgraded from wife to friends with zero benefits. Oh, jeez.
We're not together.
You are separated.
Yeah. We're
But we're hanging out.
Now, Rob is planning on moving back to LA, and Sophie isn't super sure if she's gonna follow him.
It just seems like we bring out such bad traits of each other sometimes that I don't really know if we can make it work at this point.
Which begs the question, why are you even hanging out? Sophie tells us that she loves receiving words of affirmation, and that is so far from Rob's love language, so most of the time she just feels like shit.
And I see a note, and I'm like, wow, he's wrote me a love note. And it was a chores list.
Not a
Do this
chores.
more. And I'm like,
It was, can you do your dishes? Can you pick up your clothes?
Robert, that is a chores list. Also, I don't really understand what you mean by do your dishes. Y'all are married, you live in one house. If there are dishes in the sink, just do them. Who cares who used it?
Can you flush the toilet?
Sophie, tell me you flushed the toilet.
I do flush the toilet.
Okay, the toilet at the mansion is probably not flushed.
I would bet my left ass cheek that for every time Rob has found Sophie's unflushed pee, Sophie has sat down on a toilet with the seat still up and his pee all over the rim. And now on her ass.
I didn't flush the pee at 2 in the morning.
Oh, I do that.
Yeah, we all do
Same.
that.
She never flushed it.
You don't want to wake them up.
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
Kay comes onto the stage, which I am sure Rob is thrilled about.
What do you think is at the root of their troubles?
I don't think they know how to talk to each other. They're not a good couple. They don't need to be in a relationship.
Kay says that she is an uber empath, and because of that, whatever Sophie was going through, she was feeling as well.
Are you attracted to her?
I want to clear something up. I'm 100% straight.
She says it does not make her bi just because she let a good friend of hers move in with her while she was going through a difficult time in her marriage.
I mean, you're biased because you're her friend.
No,
Nobody's here to defend Rob.
I am not biased. I'm talking, Ed.
You are biased. What do you mean? A, you are Sophie's really good friend. B, you have no personal relationship with Rob. C, the only things you know about Rob have been told to you from Sophie's perspective. That is a huge bias. We then get to revisit that time Rob went to celebrate his birthday and that woo girl hit on him way too hard.
That's the first time that you saw that, right?
I need 1 second, honestly.
I went home alone.
Kay then asks him why he would even talk to a half-naked girl when he has Sophie. And Rob tries to stand up for himself by saying that after Sophie completely iced him out and was giving him zero attention and zero affection, he was really enjoying the feeling of these women throwing themselves at him, but that is where it ended.
Yeah, did you get her details?
No.
So you never got her details?
No, I didn't get her number or anything.
You swear to me you never got her details?
Yeah.
I've seen that bitch on his Instagram.
Rob tells him that the woo girl found him on Instagram, and so he followed her back because he did meet her, and he says that they did correspond, but they really didn't talk about anything.
So why did you just tell me and you swore you did not?
I did not get her information.
I said, did you get her details? He said no.
That's just as dishonest as the lesbian thing.
Ooh, that is a good point. Remember when Sophie was like, I told him that I never dated a woman, which is true. He never asked me if I've slept with a woman. This is the exact same thing.
The reality is, she said, I am not ready to come home and work our out, but I don't want to be done.
That's not fair. Listen, Rob is an asshole. Let him be a free asshole.
Are you committed to making this relationship work?
Sophie says that they are not good together, and that despite him being a good person, they bring out the absolute worst in each other.
Honestly, I've been willing to try as long as she was, and if she's not, then it is what it is.
They all break for the day, but Rob and Sophie keep hating on each other. Rob is like, I was a mean person 2 years ago, but it's not who I am now.
If you killed someone a year and a half ago, are you no longer a murderer?
I didn't kill anyone, Sophie.
It's a dramatic
I did not kill
example.
anyone.
This was honestly so entertaining for me to listen to because the way that they argue is bananas.
It doesn't take away what you did just because it wasn't now.
But the effort since should.
Effort is nothing.
Damn. I can't believe she just said that.
I don't buy his
I didn't like Jasmine at all before this, but now seen as a person, she's actually someone I probably like the most.
Yeah, I would not tell anyone that. I would keep that a secret. Sophie says everyone was focused way too much on her not flushing the toilet, and Pat says Thais also doesn't flush the toilet. Thais is not pleased about being called out, so she tells everyone in the van that Pat leaves poop in the toilet. And then she goes on to tell us that an Airbnb once charged them an extra $250 because the poop in the toilet was so bad.
It really doesn't go everywhere.
It is what it is. That's why I was like, oh, Sophie, that's fine. You don't flush the toilet, whatever.
Back at the mansion, Ed makes everyone go to Sophie's bathroom to see if there is pee in it.
Let's go check their toilet. All right, downstairs.
Which is such a fucking weird thing to do. And honestly, I think it's kind of childish that everyone was encouraging this behavior, especially considering that half of that room came to Sophie's defense about how they also don't flush the toilet after they pee sometimes. The toilet is flushed and everyone's like, oh, it must have been Rob because the seat is up.
And you know who falls in the toilet? Your pregnant wife at 2 a.m. and it's rude.
Oh my God. In the 4 years that I have dated my partner, I have never fallen in the toilet due to the seat being up. I guess that's another thing to write in the gratitude journal.
Hello. Gang is all here.
What we miss?
Oh, you know, just them talking absolute shit about you and invading your privacy.
You guys have actually been really pleasant together despite all the
I definitely feel like we know that the chapter is closed.
Does he know that? Thais and her new boobs enter the chat.
You have any cute sisters?
No.
Thais is like, no, they literally all just died right now. I'm so sorry.
Let's talk about you saying that I have to grow up and be an adult and talk.
I never told you to grow up. Grow up. Come on.
Ed gets all pissy because he's getting rightfully grilled and he calls everyone out.
Did one of you mother come to my defense?
Why would anyone come to the defense of someone who is wrong? Liz tells Sophie she thinks Kay is not good for their relationship, and then Sophie just goes off. She says that before she came to America, he was sexting women nonstop.
When I came to America, to my knowledge, it stopped. He was texting bitches.
Clear?
I want to
No, the I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
No, I wasn't.
I showed it to you.
Then she goes on to say that she has a voicemail of him telling a girl that they should get lunch sometimes.
Yeah, maybe we can get lunch sometime from a girl who reached out and said, let's get lunch sometime.
It could absolutely be an infidelity thing, but it could also just be that he's being nice to an acquaintance. Like, there are a lot of people that I once knew a long time ago that I don't really talk to now, and if I see them, I'm like, oh my God, we should totally hang out. And I have zero intention of ever following through on those plans.
Anything
I
with
have
anyone.
receipts.
One time.
If there's receipts.
Pull the receipts up then.
Honestly, pull him up. I am so curious because I hate Rob and he is trash, but we have seen Sophie misinterpret things or over-exaggerate things that are very benign.
When did it happen?
You are so close.
And that, my Panda Pals, is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the ride, and if you are not subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing and liking this video, and let me know in the comments what you thought about this episode today. A huge shout out to all of my channel members. Thank you guys so much for your ongoing support. We got 2 more of these left, so I hope to see you guys for those, and as always, thanks for not letting me ride this train wreck alone. Bye!